This is the Blackout Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Blackout Podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people that do amazing things. And today I'm happy to have Nasser on the podcast. Thanks for coming in. Tell me a bit more about yourself.
So my name is Nasser Ayad. I'm from France. My origin is Algerian, so north of Africa. I came here in January 2017, and I'm doing animation.
Yeah, animation. I mean, animation has been great now, especially with Marvel doing all these things. Like all the Marvel movies have. What do you think of Marvel movies? Let's start with that.
I like the Guardians of Galaxy. Like Deadpool, I like it, but I'm a bit sick of all these movies. No?
Why?
Because it becomes to be like the same. Always like, I feel like since the Guardians came out, like all the movies seems to do the same kind of jokes. Even like with Thor, Ragnarok, I felt it was like the Guardians, but in the Thor universe. So, yeah. No.
But you know what? Okay, so have you seen all the Marvel movies?
No.
Oh, okay. So
I've seen, yeah, I've seen some, but
okay. So of all the ones you've seen, other than Guardian of the Galaxy, which one did you like? Which other ones did you like?
like,
Yeah. Of all the ones you've seen,
of all the one I've seen, I liked the first Spider-Man. In fact,
which one?
it was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Spider-Man? The animation one, Enter the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. Season one was amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
It was so like I think it's the best film.
It is the best Marvel for me. Yeah.
I mean the story, the animation and stuff, and like I was watching like a document, whatever, online about the making of the film, and it's just crazy how much work goes into that.
Yeah, they did a lot of experimentation on that, like animating with CG on tools. It means like 2 images, like 12 images per second instead of 24. So it's like more like a Japanese animation.
Oh, okay.
So they did a bit a mix of different animation cultures.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting, like, and even like some scenes are animated like comics motion a bit. So it was really interesting stuff, really inspiring.
Yeah, I love the story. I just love everything about that film. To me, it's like the perfect movie when you want to say, "Oh man, you need to go and see this film." It's the Spider-Man. I think it's Enter the Spider-Verse that it's called. Anyway, how did you get into animation?
I'm drawing since a long time, like since I'm maybe 5 years old.
Wow.
I think. But I didn't know anything about animation until I was 20 years old, I think.
Okay.
I did graphic design before. Like, before I wanted to do comics. One of my mentor who's doing comics said me like, don't do comics, you're not gonna earn enough money. So he said like, maybe you should go to graphic design, communication, stuff like that. So I did the school for that.
What was it, in Algeria or France?
Oh, I'm born in France, so all my studies I did.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just my background.
Okay.
I'm not sure. So I studied in Marseille, graphic design. But I didn't really like it. It was a bit frustrating because I was doing logos and stuff like that. It was not drawing, actually.
Oh.
So one of the guy from my school, he was trying to attend the animation school in Paris. And he showed me some model sheets. Model sheets is like the drawing you see before in pre-production. Before the production actually begins, like you can see like turnaround of a character, stuff like that. It's just like a guide for the animators, and he showed me that, and I was like, "What's that?" Like actually, there is just more than one people who's doing animation, like for to produce a movie. So I began to search about it, and finally I wanted to do that. So.
Oh, okay. So like, did you study for it?
Yeah, so after graphic design, I did 2 years animation school. Yeah,
How was that?
really bad. Really, really bad.
What made it bad?
Oh, like I spent a lot of money. It's like bullshit schools. You know? Like I could learn all that alone. In fact, just yeah.
Okay, did you feel that way with the graphic design school? Like, did you feel you could learn the things they taught you in the art school, graphic design school? Did you also feel that way with the graphic design school?
Yeah, I felt that way too.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah. Because when I was asking some advice from like some professors, teachers, yeah. They didn't give me like a lot of advice. I had to run after them to get some hints of how to do. But yeah, it's more like by myself, like studying after school to do the homework, you know, just to figure out how I should do that to get like a good score and stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
And where are some of the places you learn to study yourself? Like, what resources did you use? YouTube or?
Yeah, YouTube. There are a lot of tutorials there. A lot of books. I was going a lot in library. Yeah, like for movies behind the scenes.
Oh yeah. Which animation movies did you check out when you were studying or trying to learn how to do animation?
I checked a lot Aladdin because that was the first movie I've seen on theater.
Which one?
Aladdin.
Oh shoot, that movie is really, really good.
Yeah.
Well, the cartoon, I've not seen the film. I've not seen the real life one. I don't know, actually, before we move forward, I don't know what's like. I think since Disney started doing the real life thing, I've not seen anyone. I've not seen. They did the Beauty and the Beast, Dumbo, Aladdin, Lion King. I don't think I've seen any of them. Like,
Jungle Book also was good.
Yeah, Jungle Book. I've not seen that one either. You've seen it, like the real life.
I think I've seen all what you said, like
all
the movies you said. Yeah, I've seen them all.
Not the cartoon one, the real life version.
Yeah.
Oh
like
shoot!
Both
I guess with animation, right? When you started, when you were doing all the tutorials and the books and stuff, when did you realize that this is something you wanted to do long term?
I'm a huge nerd of Disney. In fact, since I was a child. I read a lot about that. Seen like a documentary and stuff, but I didn't realize at the time how it was like really done, how it was working to what you had to do that. But I think I was a bit naive on the production side. Like I was just I was just thinking it was just one person until I actually did it.
Oh, okay.
And like when I did it, I was like, "Oh shit, that's a lot of work." Yeah.
Do you remember the first thing you animated yourself?
Yeah, I had a character. It was a monkey. I don't know why I really liked monkey at the time. Like when I was a teenager, I was drawing so many monkeys everywhere. During school, during class, I was not really listening. I was drawing monkeys. I began to do a walk cycle.
What was that?
So a walk cycle is when a character is walking on place.
Oh, okay.
So if you have to do an animation where you have to make the character walks a long distance, you make it just walk on place during like 1 second. And after, you just have to move like the cycle you did in a certain distance. So it makes like the character is walking for a long distance, but you did just like 24 images instead of like 500 or whatever.
Gotcha. And then so you change the background between where you start and where you end, or?
Yeah, like the background is just moving, like in the contrary sense of the character.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't even
opposite
think of that.
sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Opposite direction. Yeah.
And so actually I checked out your Tumblr. You did an animation of Dexter.
Dexter?
Yeah, like Dexter.
Oh, like the laboratory.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of walk cycle at the time to to train myself.
How much work is involved in creating those walk cycles?
You have to think about the character, like his personality. You have to think about it implies a lot of principles. You have 12 principles in animation.
What are they?
Oh, squash and stretch, exaggeration. You have to think about curves. When like a character is moving his arm, it has to follow a curve. I mean, depends of the action. Sometimes it's a straight line. Sometimes it's just a curve because it's balancing side by side. Like the weight, stuff like that. To make a convincing animation, you have to think about all this stuff at the same time.
At the same time, that's what I was going to ask you. You know, you have to consider them, but you've already answered that question, so I won't ask that one. But like, so you did all these walk cycles. Did you ever create like a story, like a 1-minute story while you're studying or something like that?
I did short movies.
How was that? Like, did you do it all on your own or?
No. During my when I was in school, I did it with a team. It was my first experience of doing a movie with other people. So it was for a contest for Annecy, like the festival, Annecy Festival.
Yeah. Yeah. How was that? Did your film get in?
No, we finished like in the 4th position. So
fourth out of a lot of people.
Yeah, but I didn't win. So I mean, if I won, I could have met like one of my favorite animator, the one who animated the genie in Aladdin, like Eric Goldberg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. I was studying this movie and the animation of the genie, and I could have met this guy, but it didn't work.
So, here's the thing, though. What was that film about? The film you guys made?
It's about the Jasmine Revolution, like Tunisian Revolution.
Oh, okay.
Like when the people revolted against the power.
Oh, okay.
Because the theme of the contest was animation, Land of Freedom.
Oh.
So like at the time when I did that, I was thinking about what happened in Tunisia. So.
And then how many people were in your team?
We were five or six.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your what were you responsible for in the film?
I directed the film.
When you direct an animation, what is the process?
Like the process to do?
Yeah, like if you are the director, what do you do exactly?
So depends. Like for this stuff, it was just a really short movie, right? It was my first experience.
How long
so
was
it? Just 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay.
So really short. Like I did the story, so it was not like a crazy story. It was just some poetic vibes in that, like really graphic. So what I did, storyboard. Storyboard is like a comics of the movie. After that, you're thinking about what it implies in the storyboard. What do you do? Like, what do you need to do? It's like a scheme for the movie, like the storyboard. After that, you divided all the roles.
Oh, okay.
Like you say, like this person's gonna do like the background. This person's gonna do animation. This one FX. FX is DFX in the movie. So like the role of the director is to supervise all that.
Oh, wow.
But at the time I was trying a bit all the positions, to learn a bit more. Yeah, that's all that. Wow. And you're responsible if the movie is really bad. So yeah.
And, how long did it take you guys to make that film?
Oh, it was really short. Like it was 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't know anything about animation, at the time.
Oh, yeah, so that's what I was actually going to ask. Do you draw everything like in pencil, or do you use software to...
Yeah, so this one, we did everything with pencils.
What?
It was just dumb. because it was our first experience, you know.
Yeah.
So we didn't know anything about computers,
Yeah.
but we just like did compositing with After Effects, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, editing with After Effects, but
So what was the process exactly? You draw, take photos, move them to After Effects, and then work in them there, or?
yeah, you draw everything on like how we say, like paper, like how we say like that, perforated papers.
Yeah.
Works.
I guess.
Yeah, you draw everything on these papers. You scan them, and you can colorize on the computer. But we could do all that on computer in 3 days. But yeah, so. But you're learning. It's like that when you're learning. Right?
So what was the first film you actually did everything right in the computer?
My first gig after school.
Oh, okay.
I did it all alone. It was I sent you the link about Mae Carinhosa. It's
yeah,
like the art Cesaria Evora is
Yeah.
a singer.
Yeah, yeah.
I was really proud to be able to do that.
How long did it take you to do that one?
Took me 2 weeks,
Oh, yeah. But you did it all alone, you said.
all alone. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a bit a nightmare. I didn't sleep for that. I mean, it was amazing, like to have this opportunity to do that. But you know, when you don't really know what it implies, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. That's amazing. And when you're doing, without knowing what it takes to do that, you're like, maybe it was not a good idea, or you know? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have done that. I know that, sometimes you are so excited to do a project and then you actually start working on it and you're like,
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. That's I know that.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Then when did you moved in 2017, you
Yeah.
said. What was your reason for the move?
Should I say that?
I don't know.
Too complicated to find work in France as a Maghrebian.
Sorry, you said like it was too complicated to work with people there in France?
No, to find a job actually.
Oh, to get
To
there
get a
weren't
job, yeah.
many animation jobs in France.
Many animation, and there is a lot of parameters that make it complicated. Like I have an Algerian background, but it's complicated to be like, how I can say that, assimilate like a French citizen in France.
Okay, but
Having
you're born in
Yeah,
France,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you're a citizen, right?
yeah.
So I don't understand.
Yeah, me neither, in fact. But it's like that.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So and then you moved. When you moved, did you have a job before moving, or you moved here then?
So, like all this stuff, like about citizenship in France, being assimilated like a French, even if you're born there, but like politicians and stuff, it doesn't happen like that. Made me think like really early I wanted to move from France.
Okay.
Like even like, yeah, since I'm teenager, I think, early teenager, like 10 years old, I was always saying to my mom like, Mom, I think I'm gonna move like later. So I heard about this visa, working holiday visa, to come here, and I applied. And after I got like a hint that I could come here, I began to apply in all the jobs possible in Canada to the animation. And Copernicus Studio replied me.
Oh wow.
So they gave me a test to do.
Yeah.
I did a test from my hometown, like Aix-en-Provence, and it worked. And I came there. I came
so
here.
you came straight to Copernicus. How is it like working there?
Working there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I met a lot of different talents. That was an amazing experience because I was used to work alone. Yeah, I was freelancing before that, and like to meet so many people from all around the world because they come from Brazil, Mexico. Yeah, I think that. Oh, there is some from who are British. I don't know how to say it. England. So it's England. Yeah, so it was amazing to have this experience.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I've actually been to Copernicus a couple of times, and I think what I like about it is like you're going to a toy store, like
Yeah.
because right in the
Yeah.
front place, there's toys everywhere, and then I got a tour, and then but man, there's so many people walking there.
Yeah.
Like there's so many. Like I didn't get to go in there, and you guys are like the CIA, man. When you're working on
CIA.
something, you can't talk about it. I remember I was
Yeah.
inside there, and the guy's like, "No, we can't see that side because you
Yeah,
guys are
we-
working on something and you can't
we
talk about
signed,
it."
like, some stuff
Yeah,
about,
it's
like,
fucking crazy.
No disclosure.
Yeah.
Stuff like. Yeah.
How long do you?
So don't ask questions. About what I'm doing here.
Because you guys are always working on stuff you cannot talk about. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, so no, we can talk about it. But you only talk about stuff after it has come out.
Yeah.
And like, I remember when I found out that you guys did Teen
Titans Go?
Yeah. Did you work on that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Is there anything that you've worked on it that you can talk about?
Yeah, I worked on Give a Mouse a Cookie. It's
It won an award actually. That film, it won an award in
really?
the Screen Nova Scotia something.
Oh
something.
yeah, it won. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
true.
remember man, you guys have a lot of fun at that place. Because I remember I was at the award and your table is like all these people just laughing and happy. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
How is it like walking there?
How is it? It's pretty creative. You're thinking, like, my job is to do animation, right? So I receive a storyboard
Yeah.
that I haven't done.
Yeah.
And you have a bit of scheme of all the shots you have to animate.
Yeah.
And after you get that, you try to improve all the pose on the storyboard to exaggerate, like, the acting, put some gimmicks and stuff to make it really lively. And yeah, that's the job is.
Actually, I didn't ask this. Well, I asked this one, but I didn't fully ask it. What are some of the software that you use for your work?
Toon Boom Animation. It's a Canadian software.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the best software in the world, like, for
Holy
animation.
smokes! Wow.
And it's Canadian, yeah.
Toon Boom. What are some of the things you can do on it?
It's specialized in animation for 2D, but you can integrate 3D models, like background, stuff like that. And yeah, you can do like animation, like traditional animation, frame by frame. You can do puppet animation, all kind of style of animation with that.
Okay, so frame by frame, I think I understand that.
Frame
It's
by
like
frame
pictures,
is
right?
like the old Disney style.
Yeah.
Right? It's frame by frame.
Yeah, and then what's the second one? What is that one?
Puppet style is I can say that it's like you got a character already designed, like with and cutted in different parts.
Oh.
So you have the hand, the arm, forearm, head.
So
and
then in this app, you can decide how it moves and based on the different parts of the puppet.
Yeah, you can just move like one part of the puppets and twin it. We call it twin. It's like making the computer is making drawings between all the parts that is
So
moving.
you like this hand moved here. That's all you do, but then the computer fills in the gap between here and here. Oh man, that's cool.
She's doing it really bad. So yeah, like our job, like. Yeah, that's a job. In fact, the computer is not doing everything, right? So, like, our job is to make the computer smart, to modify like the curves he's doing because he's not doing a really nice curve. So we're repositioning everything,
Holy
right?
smokes, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Do you ever bring work home?
Pardon me?
Do you ever bring work home, like?
Oh, you can bring work home.
Oh,
like
okay.
you just fully work in the studio and.
Oh yeah, because of that fucking thing
Yeah.
you signed. Shit. Like I remember going there. It's like I'm walking in a fucking CIA building.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's nice though, because I went in there for a meeting and then the meeting was cool. And the guy's like, "Oh, do you want to come see stuff?" I should have asked him to give me one of your action figures though, but I didn't. So we now start walking. It's like, "Oh, meet this person," and then I go to this section. It's like a tunnel of computers. Like, no, we can't go in there. We are working on something and we can't talk about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I know you guys do stuff for Netflix too.
Yeah, I can't say about that.
Okay, you can't talk about it. It's fine.
It was a trap. Or... no.
Yeah, I'm like, holy smokes. I'm like, give me my pass. I can. But it was a cool walking there though. And it's like right smack in the center. Have you ever been, is it not the same building with that one of these escape rooms in the city?
Oh yeah, I never been there actually.
Yeah.
It's just like a few meters, like it's in just in front of the studio.
Yeah. I'm not. I saw it and I was like, am I in the right place? Because the sign is right there.
It's trapped.
Yeah, trapped. Yeah.
Name is trapped.
Yeah, I've not been in. I've not been to any of those escape rooms. I don't get that appeal.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know.
I don't get that appeal. Although the other day I saw Avengers, they made one. There's a trap room for the Avengers, and it had some of the people in Avengers.
But the subject is Avenger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was based on the End Game, and then Doctor Strange and Black Panther's sister and the black guy that's Captain America's friend.
Oh, yeah.
And Incredible Hulk, and I think it's 4 or 5 of them. Anyway, they're in this room and they have to get clues to get out of the room. They did it, obviously, because it wasn't... I think they put it on Twitter, someone's Twitter, but I don't get the appeal of it. But anyway, going back to animation...
Oh, I just want to say, I really liked Black Panther also.
Black Panther is really good.
It was really good, like, to do a movie about black people, like, in a positive way to see them. It's really amazing to do that.
Yeah. Black Panther was great. Yeah. I think I like the story too. When I go through my Marvel films, the one I've seen, I think I still rank Winter Soldier really high.
Winter Soldier?
Yeah, with like Captain America Part 2 or...
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh man, yeah, you need to. It's really, really good.
Oh, okay.
Talking of Captain America and superheroes, I want to talk about the video you sent me, Superheroes, that you did for
Demi portion.
Exactly. Yeah. I was a demi portion, but demi portion. So we're gonna watch that and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
C'est le retour de l'homme masqué. Fier de l'être. Je vous défendrai tous en cœur comme un super-héros. Je serai là même à chaque fois. Un super-héros, celui qui répond à l'appel. Un super-héros, avec des rêves plein la tête. Un super-héros, j'irai faire même des concerts comme un super-héros. Je reviendrai juste après. Un super-héros, vas-y répète juste après. Super-héros. Stop là, j'arrive en balle, en solo, puissance 4, mettre les 100, j'arrive en quad, même le chef oublie son grade, retour d'un super-héros qui n'aura pas de gros pouvoir, surtout pas crier au secours, il n'est jamais venu me voir, on connaît tous une histoire, du Marvel au cinéma, j'ai voulu être Spider-Man, mais pas de fil entre les doigts, s'il vous plaît, comprenez-moi, on est plus fort que ces comics, je me suis créé ma story, comme dans la peau de Malcolm X, on voit le son qu'on atterrisse, j'arrive de loin, c'est normal, on dit que la beuh nous fait planer, mais sans les ailes de Batman, immortel, pas tout de suite, y'a Marie-Jeanne à 6h, sniper de viser, d'être un réel punisher. Je vous défendrai tous en cœur comme un super-héros. Je serai là même à chaque fois. Un super-héros, celui qui répond à l'appel. Un super-héros, avec des rêves plein la tête. Un super-héros, j'irai faire même des concerts comme un super-héros. Je reviendrai juste après. Un super-héros, vas-y répète juste après. Super-héros. Bien sûr on ira te sauver, ce soir nous sommes plusieurs. Vas-y remets le son s'il te plaît, je ne ressens aucune douleur. Vas-y fais sauter le boomer, je tiens le micro comme Thor. J'ai plein de rimes fantastiques, produits par Tim Burton. Aussi lourd qu'un raptor, comme Hulk, je reste au vert. Du haut de ma plantation, transformé en green lanterne. Je la frappe sans commentaire, je rappe sans te mentir. J'ai appris à soulever le rap français sans créatine. RACHID, retiens ce blast comme ta série. Je maîtrise ce flow cousin, comme si je venais d'Amérique. Ma voix dans les coaliseurs, le gardien de ma galaxie. Le retour d'un super-héros qui s'appelle juste MC. Je vous défendrai tous en cœur comme un super-héros. Je serai là même à chaque fois. Un super-héros, celui qui répond à l'appel. Un super-héros, avec des rêves plein la tête. Un super-héros, j'irai faire même des concerts comme un super-héros. Je reviendrai juste après. Un super-héros, vas-y répète juste après. Super-héros.
Super-héros. Super-héros.
Un super-héros. Super-héros. Ahmed.
C'est toi mon super-héros.
Je t'aime.
Moi aussi.
On se doit de rester debout. 5e album. Wow.
Wow, that was great. That was amazing. I remember you sending me the link to the video, and I'm like, first off, the song is great. How did you make the connection with the artist? Like, his name is Demi Portion, right?
Yep.
How did you connect with the artist to make the film?
How it worked? I was following him like since a long time.
Okay.
Maybe 3 years, something like that. I really liked his freestyle. Like, I'm a huge fan of French rap. So this guy he's really different from the other rappers. He's totally independent, so it's pretty rare. Like, he doesn't have like a huge production behind him. And he's doing like lyrics about social stuff in France and politics, and not so much about politics, but how like I can relate to this guy.
Yeah.
So like I was following him, and one day on Facebook he's asking for animators, someone to direct his music video. So like several people asked and like referred to other people, and I just put a message like, I can do that. And he just like sent me an email and like, yeah, I'm interested to work with you. I've seen, because I put some links about what I did before.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, yeah, like let's work together. So
Cool.
yeah.
Then, so did he send you the song? Did he talk about the song you wanted to work on, or before you put up the post, or how did that happen?
It was really simple actually. He just like sent me his song directly, and he said me like, you can do whatever you want on that.
Oh, wow.
I like this stuff.
Yeah. The song is actually really, really good. I remember listening to it, but then, did he give you an idea or concept for the video?
He just say me like, it's the subject is superheroes. Like, just be careful about like the Marvel rights and stuff like that, like copyrights and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't want to do something about Marvel, so I won't have this problem, like this issue about copyrights. So, yeah.
And then how did you decide on the characters you put in your film?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, those characters, you pretty much created all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you decide who was going to play what role in your film?
Oh, I did a storyboard like I always do before. I did a really simple story, because it's just 3 minutes, right? You can't tell too much. Maybe you can tell a lot, but I'm not at this level right now. But yeah, for me it was a bit experimenting on that. Some experimentation, some stuff I never tried. So what was your question again?
So my question is, how did you decide to use... Okay, let me ask specific question.
Okay.
So the son, the father, and then the bad guy. How did you decide, okay, those are the people you're going to use to play those roles? Like the characters you're going to use.
Okay, I see. At the end of the song, there is his son who's talking.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I should put his son in my story. So I was like, yeah, I should do a story around like a father and his son.
So like that was Demi Portion's son?
Yeah. So I put Demi Portion like in a role of superhero, but like the way a kid can see his father, right? Like I was like I had this memory of missing my father like a superhero when I was a child, right? But after, when you grow up, you're discovering he's not a superhero. You know, he's not like a Superman. He's like a man, like
normal guy,
normal. But like I wanted to make feel to the audience this feeling, like. You know? So I came up with a story around that, around this idea, and like after I got this idea about like an evil guy who tried to take the child, and
Yeah, but like, okay, so I'm going to ask now, who to you, when you're making the film, who did the evil person represent?
Yeah, in my head it was like in the Matrix, you know, like politicians, like something above you, like you have this feeling of not be able to do anything, you know, something like stronger than you.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just in your head. So
Yeah. And how did you decide on the signal, like the kid's chain? Like it sends out a signal that the dad saw.
Yeah.
Right? What? How did you come up with that decision?
I was trying to think about a link between the father and the child, like something like implied, like something maybe like organic or mystic, or I don't know, like something like that. And I thought about like the Ghibli movies. There is always like some Jawa with blue signal like that. So like I wanted to do some references to like the thing I liked when I was a child. So like the castle in the sky, house moving castle, stuff like that, and Dragon Ball. Like you can see in the picture, like some.
And then you put in
Okuto no Ken.
You put in one of the things I noticed. Like I noticed a couple of things. I noticed Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
I noticed the agents from the Matrix.
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Did you have any help working on that video?
Help?
Yeah, like was it only you?
Yeah, only me. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How long did that one take to make?
1 month.
Exactly. Fuck, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I have a good idea. I want to do it. I'm really excited. I go like 100 kilometers on that. And after, when I'm in the middle, I'm like, why I did that? Why I did that? Now I can sleep, like, to do it. So, but at the end, you have something.
Yeah.
You're happy. You've done something.
It's a beautiful video.
Thanks,
I'm not sure what the lyrics is because I don't speak French, but I'll ask you what it means. But I just, from the film I watch, it's a music video, but to me it's a film. It's like this story between a father and a son, and that's why I asked who the bad guy represented, because I felt in now linking it to kind of what is happening, especially in the US today, like when the government was splitting up the parents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know you made.
Oh, that's really cool to think about that.
Yeah, that's what.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but then this didn't happen.
Yeah, it makes
by
sense
the time.
now. Yeah, that's
this
really
didn't
cool.
Happen.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
This is fucking Trump.
Yeah. He's like, that's kind of what I saw.
Yeah, that's really cool actually. Like, because I didn't think about that because I'm French. Like, it didn't came up in my mind at the time. Like, but yeah, it was also like this evil guy was like the big industry of music, and as this guy is an independent rapper, you know, there is a huge machine against him, like just about communication and stuff like that. So he could represent this stuff also.
Yeah.
But makes a lot of sense. Like,
that's
what you say.
also,
like, I
especially,
like that.
and it was so really on the nose with the kid.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even imagine why anybody would think that is a right thing to do. Like, even if you are going to say, okay, you can't come in here legally or whatever, why don't you keep the parents and the child together in the same place? Like, why are you splitting that? It doesn't. Anyway.
Yeah, that's really cool because what you're saying, because even in France, it's the same thing. Like, it happens also. Like,
oh, wow, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
we don't have like an evil guy like Trump who represents France, right? But underline, like, there is some stuff happening like that. Like, they don't tell it like publicly, but it happened also. It happens, yeah.
Wow.
Like separating like families, and when there is refugees who comes but they don't have the papers, so they try to separate them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that film is powerful. I mean, and then the song is great. What was he singing about exactly?
He was more like a love letter about his audience, I think, who's following him like since a long time. Like, I will be like always with you every time. Yeah, was more about that. Yeah.
Was that all? What software did you use in working on that?
Flash. What?
That's difficult.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It is.
I'm asking because I remember like years ago.
Yeah.
I tried to use Flash to do something. I'm like, fuck this. Like, like you have to keyframe pretty much every.
Yeah, I did it like by just drawing because like I was saying, I was experimenting, and like last year when I was in Copernicus, I animated with Toon Boom, and it was like the puppet style, like so stuff already designed, already drawn that you make it move. Yeah, right. Like with this one, I wanted to draw and like learn a bit more about Japanese animation. So that's why I chose Flash, because it was really Flash is really easy if you draw everything.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I mean, you have to know how to draw. Right?
Yeah, I can't draw for shit.
Yeah,
I don't know if you see my Instagram, but like I do these daily stick figure guys.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be me, but yeah, it's kind of like, yeah. So, then we've been talking about all these amazing videos you make. Where are some of the places like what's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is a bit. I didn't post anything for a while.
So where do we see your stuff?
I just created a website.
Yeah.
It's called 2danim.com.
Oh, wow. What are some of the things we can find on there?
So I'm going to post regularly about how to do animation.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I want to learn.
So I'm going to do a case study about like the music video superheroes. So as I said, I want to improve the music video.
Yeah, that I remember you telling me about that. I'm like, what are you going to do to this? It's like, I don't want to say it's perfect, but it's just great the way it is. I remember what the bad guy changes into this, like there's this giant thing, like it's like huge in the video, and then he has like one eye there, and then the hero just comes on top of him and punches him. It looks like a Japanese
manga.
So
I had just 1 month to do that, but I wanted to experiment with Japanese animation. I'm a huge fan of how they direct episodes and what they use to emphasize action, to emphasize action. I really like that compared to Occidental animation. They are really good on to do action shots and stuff like that. So I was like, I should study that frame by frame, understand more about how they do that. But just in 1 month, it was not possible, right?
Yeah.
So like I said, I didn't think too much. I was like, I'm going to do that. I don't really know how to do that, but I'm going to do that. And now I'm like, I should do a website and like try to improve everything, explain my new the new things I discovered, and share it with people. And
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Cool.
Because every year I try to learn something new, and I love film, but what I want to learn, I don't want to learn animation. I want to learn stop motion, but there's kind of animation and stop motion.
It's just exactly the same principle. So,
exactly.
Like the 12 principle I said just before. It's you have to use this stuff too.
But it's so much work though.
It is, but you can learn.
For 2 seconds.
yeah, but you can learn.
Yeah, man. So I'm super grateful that you're creating that site. What else are you working on now?
I have some personal projects, like stories I want to tell. Like some stories like I'm working on since a while now, since years. But yeah, I don't know if I want really to talk about that.
Okay.
For fucking shit disclosure. no, I'm joking. No, yeah, it's some ideas I have. Maybe it's not the time to.
No, basically what is happening is you're just working on Copernicus stuff and 2danime.com.
Yeah.
Okay. But like.
And I want to do a project aside. Like I'm trying to be a bit more entrepreneur, so I'm working on something aside. Yeah.
Oh, like what?
Like a small business I want to do.
Oh, okay.
So like I try to learn more about business also aside. Entrepreneurship, like communication, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just curious about this world, so yeah.
And how do you find it living in Halifax? How's living in Halifax?
I really like this city. It's really nice, not stressful at all because it's not really big. I like to have the ocean just aside. I like what I like the most is people.
Yeah.
Really nice people.
Super nice. I agree.
Yeah, like I was really surprised when I came here to just hear people saying me hello in the street. It was really, really weird for me. Back in France, it doesn't work like that. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I have so much to talk about, but like I'm gonna make sure I have you come back when maybe you've finished the thing you're working on with 2D anime. But for now, I'm super grateful you came, and thank you for telling me a little bit more about that video, and I'm grateful.
Thanks, man. Thanks to have me here. That's really nice.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
This is the Blackout Podcast.
Thanks for listening.